All right, hi guys. I'm gonna try to do this today. We will see how it goes because we just did a live also. But I had talked before about talking about grading muscle movement, and we will see how my little subject does with that. So I just kind of wanted to go over some of what I mean when I talk about grading muscle movement. So this can apply to almost any age, but babies, you see it a lot, especially as they're learning new skills and they're building strength. I like to relate it to learning how to drive a car and how when you first start, I mean, I don't even know this is a good analogy, sorry. But okay, let me erase the car analogy. Just ignore what I just said, and we'll just go back to the grading muscle movement. So he's actually gotten a lot better with his head control. If you can see, it's kind of in midline. I probably should have done this story last week, but I didn't have time with packing and heading back to the East Coast. So when I'm talking about grading muscle movement, and he's not going to have it for full trunk control, so his head control is okay. But so like I'm letting him sink forward. He is actually trying to come up. So let me see if I can turn him a little bit to the side so you can see. So you can see the head's coming up, a little bit of the body. He's trying to do it, but he doesn't have enough strength to do it on his own yet. You can see the arms kind of coming in. So he's underutilizing his muscles because the strength's not there. So he can't come up into upright. Same if we go back. Now his abs are a little bit stronger, so I know he's now gotten to where he can see things on the screen, so he's very intrigued. But can you come up? Can you come up? No, we're just gonna yawn. I know, we're almost nap time. So anyway, he can start to try to come up. Actually, let me see if I can get it better. Sorry about this. I should have planned this out better, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna hold his hands. So if we go back, hey bud. I don't know if you saw the legs come up, so he's pulling himself up, but he went too far. So now he's gonna use his muscles, and I'm helping a little bit, but he goes too far again. And now he realized he went too far, so he stopped himself, and you can see the foot up in the air because he realized he was too far. So the grading the muscles is he's gonna slowly work on, he's gonna realize he is forward and needs to come up. So he's gonna turn on all of his muscles and get himself up till he goes back. And then he realizes he went too far, and that foot comes up, and now he's trying to bring himself forward. He doesn't yet know how to bring just the right amount so that he stops in the middle. So it's gonna be kind of a back and forth. But what's happening is he's recognizing that he's not in the middle. So he's able to turn on, usually delayed. So initially they don't have the right amount of force, either too much or too little. And then they overshoot or undershoot. But when they overshoot, so he goes forward, he realizes, so his extensors turn on and he comes back but goes too far, so his flexors turn on. And eventually that arc of movement starts to narrow. So he's recognizing it faster. The message is going from his brain to his muscles faster, so the opposite ones are turning on faster. And then he starts to refine how much he turns on so that he doesn't need to overshoot or undershoot. So that is all part of their little brains and bodies getting the feedback of how much strength and force they need to use so that they can become more efficient with their movements. Hi, yeah. Yeah, and as they become more efficient, they use less energy. So just practicing holding your head up doesn't take as much or tire them out as much. Just like when they are able to become independent sitters. You know, in the beginning, it's that finding the balance, they are doing all of this work, and then eventually it becomes that they don't even have to think about it. So that actually goes back into my driving the car analogy. When you first start to drive, you are so focused, you can't do anything else. And then as you get better, all of a sudden you're able to do all these other things because you can just barely move the steering wheel to get the desired result, as opposed to having to do these bigger motions and really focusing on it. So anyway, see, that analogy came back in. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for hanging out with us. Say bye. All right, have a good day.